Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Great to be here. Great to see the audience full, the hall with full of audience. Exciting times for us, exciting times for the hospitality, not only for UAE, for the region. We are seeing some tremendous growth throughout the region. We will share some amazing numbers for each and every part of the region. Overall, we have calculated over 2.1 trillion worth of a project throughout the region. For sure, the majority of the projects are in KSA, but also the whole region is thriving at the same pace throughout. We have over 500,000 room keys only for the hotels, is minus the real estate inventory. 500,000 rooms under construction in the region. Never happened before. At one given time, 500,000 keys under development. So we are lucky to be part of this region. Our region is growing, and I'm sure each one of us will benefit out of it. These numbers I'm going to share with you. Please keep in mind that just recently Expo 2030 has been announced. So those numbers are still not reflected yet in the overall growth. The World Cup that Saudi won recently, those numbers are still not fully integrated yet. Those are the mega events. So imagine when those mega events, the capacity is calculated, the numbers will go to a different level. Keep in mind, in the coming years, the region, out of the world top 10 airlines will, out of 10, 3 airlines will come out of the Middle East, connecting the region to over 200 different destinations. So this will be the most connected region globally. So we will, this region, and we will be one of the powerhouse in hospitality industry globally. Just to show the overall capacity, right now we are around 450,000 rooms in the market, and in the coming 10 years we will cross 1 million. So this region will be a global tourism hub with 1 million keys in the region. This 450 which are presently, we have existing supply of 134, and 350 15 which are planned. So overall 450 which is presently calculated at right now. For Saudi Arabia, where the most of the keys are coming out of Saudi Arabia, Makkah has the biggest number of keys, but this is our understanding that Riyadh, once you calculate the requirements for Expo, keep in mind, Dubai has 153,000 keys when we did Expo here. Riyadh has only 21,000 keys, so it means Riyadh will reach to closer to that level in order to host it. So those numbers are still not there. Once those are added, Riyadh will be at the forefront in the region in terms of growth which is coming up. Medina, very exciting, has 18,000 keys right now. But Medina has huge growth and huge room keys in the pipeline. So Saudi, for religious tourism, they're trying to divert not only through Jeddah to Makkah, they're also trying to divert the religious tourism from Medina to Makkah. So in this case, the infrastructure can be used in the balanced manner. So a lot of tourism, religious tourism, will be diverted towards Medina as well. So you can see from 18,000 is going to reach to, it says 104 right now, but it will even exceed to 125,000 keys in the coming year in Medina. So it means the whole city has to be lifted to a new level. Right now it's hardly can cope up with 18,000. So whole city has to be redone and brought to that level. Same goes to Riyadh. Riyadh whole infrastructure has to go to a different level. So there's enough work for each one of us here in the room for the coming years. Dubai, Dubai existing, we have 153 and another 31,000 in the pipeline. So in the region as a city, Dubai will be leading for coming 10 years. Dubai will be leading in terms of the overall capacity and infrastructure of this in the region. Ras Al Khaimah, also you can see the numbers, some amazing numbers. Casino has changed the dynamics of the city. It will be totally a new city. Just one casino will change it forever. They will not be able to cope up with the existing airport infrastructure, so everything has to be lifted. Real estate will go to a new level in this city. Other GCC countries, Qatar, 54,000, and then Egypt. Great growth you will see in Egypt. The fundamental reason is regional sovereign wealth funds. Is it UAE? Is it Qatar? Is it Saudi? They are investing heavily in Egypt. So you will see in the coming years these numbers will change, and there's a lot of development in the real estate in Egypt as well. So the good news is the growth is not to one city, one area, it's all across the region. Very equally, the whole region is lifting to new heights. Doha also, so this, as shown in the previous slides, presently, which are under construction right now, their inventory. So overall, they will have 20,000 rooms in the coming days. Kuwait development. This is an interesting slide. If you can see the project-wise, NEOM alone has the highest inventory, bigger than some of the cities. So this will for sure is going to take coming 20 years, but one city itself will be a tourism hub in the region as well. Then come Rural Medina. As Medina's growth is this project, Rural Medina is driving Medina's growth. So these are some of the key projects and some of the keys which are coming in, which will help you also to see where to follow the projects in the coming days. So here what I said, if you look at the number of the volume of contracts which are awarded, so Saudi is leading way beyond anybody else. Is 57 billion worth of the project awarded last year, and this year this volume of awards will go higher than this. What is in the pipeline right now, it seems it's going to cross these last year's numbers as well. This is just in development costs. We said we thought it might be helpful for you. So per key development cost, how does it work? Globally, if we compare ourselves, where do we stand in terms of development cost? You can see the Sydney having one of the highest development cost. US, San Francisco, Hong Kong, Dubai is catching up. Also, development costs are high. Riyadh still low, but if you look at last year and even this year, year to date, the cost is increasing at a very high rate. So Riyadh will catch up soon in terms of a development cost, but right now still is a good time where construction is affordable, but it's going to keep going up and up, because the overall volume that we have, it will escalate the cost structure in the city. So you can see the difference between 5-star and 3-star, just relevance for the companies that are selling the goods. They can understand per key how much is spent on 5-star and how much is for 3-star. This is the performance, city-wise performance. The city and the region has never seen such growth, where you can see ADR touching to this level. You can see Medina having some amazing growth, which was never seen in the past, never ever. It has doubled since last 2 years, after COVID, all of a sudden the city has gone to a new level, is packed, and the rates are gone sky high. Riyadh, for sure, because of lack of inventory, shortage of inventory, and there are a lot of events happening. The city have limited capacity, which has jacked up the overall ADRs in the city. Occupancy-wise also, they're touching 72, is one of the highest percentage of occupancy globally. So it's not only the region, globally these numbers are very healthy. In terms of operator, you can see that operators having 28-30,000 rooms in the region, never seen before in this region. That operators, and mostly the global operators, are overloaded. They have inventory which was never seen, that single operator can have such an inventory in this short period of time. So they are doing amazing job also. They're getting great business. So this shows the potential of regional and local brands. We don't have much. So it's the best time, in my opinion, to launch your brands. Is it KSA? Is it UAE? Is it Qatar? Is it Oman? The best time ever in this region if you want to launch your brand. These guys are getting these numbers because nobody else is doing anything. So it's just such a volume is available, and you do need local brands because you can better represent the culture. You know the market. You are from within the system, within that that soil. So you can do more justice representing your culture and heritage, and it's a soft power too, having your own brands. And unfortunately, we don't have, with such inventory, 1 million, 500,000 existing, half in the pipeline, there is a tremendous opportunity for local brands to come in the market, and those are existing, for them, it's the best time to thrive. But it is not happening. It's still the global brands taking the lead. Dubai leading the region in terms of occupancy. Globally, this is one of the best occupancy as of today. These numbers, even the worldwide, no other city has seen those occupancies. Ras Al Khaimah is also year-on-year growth. It shows great improvement in Ras Al Khaimah, and it will keep getting better over the coming days. So that's another area. There's a lot of investment happening there. A lot of new hotels are opening there too. This is UAE's number of operator. Again, you can see the same names. Is it Accor? Is it Mr. Marriott, Mr. Hilton? We are fortunate here. We have local brands also. Rotana is doing great. So you can see there is very limited presence of the local brand in the region. You can see from this that global brands have dominated the market. With existing suppliers, 67% are dominated by them, and with the upcoming one, those that are signed, 82% are with them. This is UAE, number of keys. Now, number of keys has reached to the level where globally any big event, which Vegas used to host, or Guangzhou used to host, or Shanghai used to host, now Dubai has infrastructure-wise, capacity, room capacity-wise, enough room to host global events because of the capacity that the city has in terms of infrastructure, in terms of airline capacity, and in terms of room capacity. The city has the capacity, and the country has the capacity to host event of any level. This shows the future trajectory, how the Dubai supply and demand will look like. So the supply is going to keep increasing, and so does the demand is going to keep increasing. your rates will keep going up, your occupancy will keep going up. Recently, the reasoning behind it, Dubai has evolved and repositioned itself during COVID. COVID turned around the whole positioning of Dubai, where the world was closed, shut down, where, my time is over, but where Singapore was shut down, Hong Kong, Beijing, London was struggling, New York was struggling. That was one of the only city in the, globally which was operating. Airline was operating, business was as usual. 24 million people were planned to attend Expo 2021, and 23 million people came with COVID. So same number what was planned without COVID, they attended with COVID. That gave a very serious message globally to the business community that we mean business. Doesn't matter where you are in the world, what is the situation, where is the pandemic, how much damage pandemic has done to the world, we mean business and we will continue. That is, you will never hear it anywhere, it's not written anywhere, but that changed the perception of the city globally. So that's why a lot of investment bankers, a lot of money is now moving, a lot of people moving their businesses to UAE. So that COVID handling has changed the positioning of the city. That's why these numbers are very much in our, as a consultant, in our understanding, they will likely, Dubai will reach to those numbers. So Dubai is driving, but to conclude, Dubai is driving, but Riyadh will take over as a new hospitality center in the future. Sheer volume of Riyadh is much bigger. The overall spending power is much higher. And as a country, Riyadh is also feeding the whole country from one side. It will be the house of one of the biggest airline. So you want to keep an eye on Riyadh. It will be one of the happening city after Dubai, or even surpassing Dubai in the coming days. Thank you very much for your time.